Okay everyone, so let's start the remaining part here. So far we have discussed about what is the resources, definition of resources we have seen. Then I have told you about the classification of resources, and then we have seen on the basis of classification, on the basis of ownership, on the basis of status of development, on the basis of origin, and on the basis of exhaustibility. So these many topics we have already seen. Now we'll discuss more about the resources here. So the first very important topic here is resources, the development of resources. है ना? The first one is development of resources. Development of resources. So you all know development of resources is very, very important because the country's development also depends on the development of resources. है ना? When resources will be developed, then country will also prosper. But sometimes what happens, due to some greedy people, they are not bothering about the resources, they are not taking care of the resources properly, and they are thinking that resources are the free gifts, है ना? And they are over exploiting it. Okay, Gandhi ji once said that there is enough for everybody's need, but there is not enough for anybody's greed. So if you will be greedy person, then the entire world's resources will not be enough for you. Understood? So that is why some people are doing the over exploitation of the resources, which is leading to so many problems. Fine. So if you are over exploiting the resources, if you are over exploiting the resources, then there will be so many problems. So many problems will be there. Like you all are seeing nowadays the problems of global warming. Global warming, you can see global warming, as well as there is the problem of you can see ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion, as well as there is one more very important problem of environmental pollution. Environmental pollution. Fine. So whether it is global warming or ozone layer depletion or environmental pollution, these all three important problems are the global problems, worldwide problems. There is no one single country which is facing. Throughout the world, all the countries are facing the problem of global warming, ozone layer depletion and environmental pollution, है ना? So if global warming is there, if the entire world temperature is increasing, then it is not good for everyone, because when the temperature is increasing, then ice and glaciers are melting, and when it will melt, the water level of the sea and ocean will increase, and if it will increase now, then the nearby islands or the coastal states will submerge into water, which will be great loss to entire world. And that is why these are the global problems. And similarly, the ozone layer depletion, you all know ozone layer is protecting us from the harmful ultraviolet rays, है ना? And if you all know there is a hole in the ozone layer, and if it will come directly, and if directly it will contact with human skin, then it can cause skin cancer and a number of other problems will be there. Then there is an environmental pollution. You all know air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, thermal pollution, noise pollution. This all type of pollution is also there, which is reducing our living standard. And these are something which is not limited to the boundary. Like suppose India is there, China is there. So India and China has the political boundary. So this particular pollution are not limited to the boundary, because suppose air pollution is there. So do you think air pollution know what is China, what is India? Air pollution, if China is doing now, so from that air pollution, India will be also affected, Pakistan will also be affected, है ना? So this particular pollution don't know boundaries, है ना? Because you can make boundaries on the land, you can not make boundaries on the sky. Clear? So that is why these all particular problems are the global problems, है ना? And we have to take it very nicely. And if apart from this, if all the resources will be used by some individuals, and if all the resources will be in the hand of few individuals, then the entire society will be dividing into two parts, that is rich and poor. The rich will be extremely rich and the poor will be extremely poor, which is not at all good for any society, है ना? So this is also something which is very, very important. After that, the next very important thing that I just wanted to discuss with you all, I hope these 2 points are clear to all of you, that is development of resources and over exploitation of the resources. Fine. So to conserve our present generation from over exploiting the resources, there is one solution, है ना. So what is the solution? Solution is sustainable development. What is the solution? Sustainable development. This is the solution. Fine. Sustainable development. Now we'll see what is sustainable development and how we can use it. Okay. So sustainable development means doing the development carefully so that the present generation requirement will be also fulfilled without compromising the needs and requirement of the future generation, है ना. So once again I'm repeating, this sustainable word means itself that can use for a long period of time, है ना. Sustaining. So what is the meaning of sustaining or the sustain? So sustain means that you can use it for a very long period of time, है ना. So sustainable development means doing the development but not at the cost of environment, and doing the development in such a way that the present generation's requirement will also be fulfilled and you will not compromise with the needs and requirement of the future generation. So in that way you will do the development, so that development will be called as sustainable development, है ना. And for achieving this sustainable development, the entire world has did the first Earth Summit, the first international Earth Summit, which took place in Rio de Janeiro, that is in Brazil, you all know, है ना, that in 1992. Okay, so let's discuss about that particular summit. So in 1992, the first international Earth Summit took place. First international Earth Summit took place, that is in Rio de Janeiro, that is in Brazil. Okay, Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. In this first international Earth Summit, around 100 representative from 100 countries have participated. Representatives from 100 countries have participated, and basically these countries have given concern on two particular things. The first one is environmental protection. That yes, we want to protect the environment, है ना, environmental protection. And the second one is socio-economic development. And these leaders have also socio-economic development means socio derived from the society, that in society nobody will be inferior, nobody will be superior, equality will be there. And economic means nobody will be extremely rich, nobody will be extremely poor. The economic development and benefit will be equally distributed to each and every individual in a country, है ना. So that is the socio-economic development. Inclusive, है ना, you have to take all together and then you have to do the development. So that inclusive development, economic and social development is the target here. Apart from that, these two things, they have also signed one particular declaration. They have also signed one declaration which is very famous declaration. They have also signed one declaration which is called as Global Climate Change, the Declaration on Global Climatic Change and Biological Diversity Okay, Global Climatic Change and Biological Diversity. So this is the declaration that this representative from 100 countries have signed this particular declaration, and they have also came up with one very unique agenda, that is Agenda 21. So Agenda 21 is basically for the achieving sustainable development. In 21st century, है ना, in which century? 21st century. Okay, achieving Agenda 21 is achieving sustainable development target in 21st century. This particular Agenda 21 has been set up, and the best part of this Agenda 21 is it is not centralized, means 5 to 10 countries will not only take the decision for Agenda 21. It is decentralized, means every country can decide their local Agenda 21, है ना. For example, this Agenda 21 basically focusing on few things like like poverty, disease. Okay, poverty, disease, as well as the environmental damage that we all can see. Environmental damage. So these are two basic concerns, but apart from that, some any other particular local issues will be there, that also you can take into your consideration under the local agenda 21. Especially in case of India, we have the problem of Maowadis, Naxalites, we have the problem of poverty, we have the problem of health issues, education. So this also we can take under the agenda 21. I hope this is clear to all of you. This agenda 21 has been signed by the world leaders at the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development. So once again I am writing here, this has been signed in United Nations Conference on Environment and Development. Okay, so this is UNCED, it is called as. Fine. So I hope till here picture is completely clear. Now after this, so far what we have seen, what is the development of resource, what is the over exploitation of resource, and what are the problems associated with it, what can be the solution, that is sustainable development, and within the sustainable development we have seen first International Earth Summit that took place in Rio de Janeiro, that is in Brazil, and then we have also seen that this agenda 21 in detail. Fine. I hope till here picture is clear to all of you. Now we'll do the next very important thing, that is resource planning. So what is resource planning, that we will see. So first of all we will rub the board and then I'll tell you about the resource planning. Okay.